Question 6 asks you to think about adding heat to two beakers, one which has more water than the other. And you have multiple choice here. The correct answer is this one. You have the same amount of heat. Conceptually, the heat is more concentrated here. So you could put this is exaggerated, but you could put the 1,000 joules in a small volume, which will make it very concentrated. Same 1,000 joules in a bigger volume will be less concentrated heat, and concentrated heat makes a higher temperature. We can actually calculate this, so let's see. This would be a good way to do it. We have 1,000 joules, which is equal to, let's actually do the dimensional analysis. 1 calorie is 4.18 joules, and therefore 1,000 joules is 239 calories. You've seen this equation several times where you say, okay, I have 33 grams of H2O. I multiply by the degree C temperature change, 1 calorie per gram degree C. In this case, we know it's 239 calories. So what's the change in temperature? It's simply 239 divided by 33, which is a 7.2 degree rise in temperature. I'll say 7.25. That's more precise. All right, so that's for the 33. And if we did the other one with the 55 grams, you'll see that it's going to be a smaller change in temperature. Same type of equation, same algorithm for solving. So it's how many calories per gram of water. 239 divided by 55. This is only a 4.3 degrees C rise in temperature. So that's why 2 is the correct answer. There's a challenge here. What if it had ethanol instead of water? So this makes it a more interesting question. You'll have to actually use mathematics. Okay, so here we go. Ethanol has a different specific heat than does water. Here's water expressed in joules. Here's ethanol expressed in joules. Takes less heat to heat up ethanol compared to water. So let's do the same sort of analysis. We have 55 milliliters of ethanol. That's not 55 grams. I need the density. Density of ethanol is 0.79 grams per milliliter. So that's something you'd have to look up. But once we do that, then we can say we actually have 43 grams ethanol. 43 grams of ethanol goes into the equation. We're looking for how many degrees C does it rise. Now it's 2.5 joules per gram degree C, and we have 1,000 joules. So this is a little bit more complicated math, but let's do it. So I have 108, 109 on the left. So it's 1,000 divided by 109. I have a temperature rise here of 9.2 degrees C, which is greater than the 7.3 degrees C rise we saw earlier. And so if it's ethanol, then the 1,000 joules will heat up 55 mils of ethanol to a hotter temperature than 33 milliliters of water.